We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Primetime. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
Yellow. On the line. Hey, 43, 15. Okay.
Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. Got a man. That's Rasheed Rice. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 31-yard line.
15. Hey, 43. Yellow. Hey, motion.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The run up the middle. It's Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be third down.
Hey, 43.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Moving left, taking off, he'll try to get there. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. This has been a solid opening drive, knocking on the door, first and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
15.
Walker. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
The play lost a yard.
Hey, 57,
It's now third and goal.
Hey, yo, hey, go gun.
Third and goal. Mahomes. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Chiefs. His 4th TD grab of the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown. That is a dream start for this offense.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 43. White. Set.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Set. 52 good. Rail. Cycle. Set.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Bates, good. with the extra point. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard.
Yellow, yellow. There's a wide right.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. 1st down, KC.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yellow. Ball, Ernie. Yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Square time.
Now Mahomes. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This one caught at the 4. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
They'll run with Walker. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Kansas City. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down. for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready. Let's go now. Set, go.
Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
To throw, here's Lance. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Lance. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Set, cut. Ready.
His throw, left side, for Tesla. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment.
Ready up.
2nd and 10.
Black shot. Let's cut.
To throw is Lance. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he will score! Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
That ties the game at 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Yellow. Argolani. Right side. 43. 43. Right side.
First down throw, Mahomes. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
Hey, we got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. 15. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. That one swung out wide to Walker. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 5.
15. Right side.
Now Walker. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Yellow. Argolani. Hey, Ripley. Easy. Hey, 57. Hey, Ripley. Right side.
They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. Got him in. It's Kelsey. Complete. And he is going to have a Chiefs first down as this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on fourth down.
Fight down these two. Argolani. Right side.
Mahomes back. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Mahomes now on second down. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. A gain of 15. Well done. Facing third and 14, they pick it up.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
On the ground, that is Brashard Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
Yellow. 40. Hero 15. Attack.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got it at the 7. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Hey, yellow, hey, go gun. My turn.
They'll run with Smith. Powering forward. He's in. Rashard Smith. Touchdown, KC. His second rushing touchdown of the year. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Lance. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
First and 10.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Lance looking to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Yellow, 43.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Oh, the ball's out. And did the Chiefs get it? They did.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Well, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Ball
7.
on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. Lance. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 50, green.
Throwing, Lance. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. From the 20, here's second and a yard. Back to the air one more time. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57.
A first down throw for Mahomes. Flush to his right. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Yellow.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Attack, attack!
They'll go, and it's Smith. He's inside the 35. And he will score. Rashard Smith, touchdown Chiefs. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
What a play call there. Every offensive coordinator around the league, Mike, they have got to have it plays. They got a short list of calls for these exact situations. Tie game, 4th quarter, put the ball in the hands of your offense, and, man, they come through and deliver.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
To throw, here's Lance. Working, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Lou, Eddie! Hey, Ripley, Ripley! What's that?
A quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd down, they need 5.
Yellow, yellow! 15, 15! I'm going, Eddie! What's that?
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It is a gain of 23 yards. And now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
Yellow! I'm going, Eddie! Side! Right side!
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Chubb is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The extra point by Butker is good, and the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
So now
City.
it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Lance. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Go set.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Lions 1st down.
To throw is Lance. And he let him a bit too much. And pass is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Pistol snap with Lance. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Here's Pacheco. He gets the fourth quarter going, and he will score. Game on. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Rolling right. And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On first down, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Yellow. Easy. 15. Hey, Sunday.
Mahomes now on second down. Rice open. He's got it. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Past midfield to the 45. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Kansas City. That his second touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Ready?
Now Lance. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for one and make it a one-possession game. Or some people think about going for two here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for two, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a two-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now.
And he will score. So the risk pays off. That new math looks good when it works. The two-pointer cuts the lead to 7.
To kick off for the Lions.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow, 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 yellow. All right, 80. Right side.
They'll begin this on the ground with Smith. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
18 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Hero 15. Right side.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got him in it. It's Kelsey. Complete. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
1st and 10
Ready.
at the 32-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
He's got room to roam. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 31 yards.
Okay,
Here we go. First and goal.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Throwing, Lance. And he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's first and 10. On the ground is Chubb to start this drive. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
4 yards.
2 minutes to play in regulation.
At the 27
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's second down.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
They'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. Third down coming up.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Yellow. 15. Hey, 57.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Yellow. 57 color.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Looking middle. He's got Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey. One more time for a Chiefs first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. The Lions, all their first time out, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
50-yard line.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Lions have come up with the football.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. A run with Gibbs. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Ready up.
So here it is, 4th down and 10. Lance. That's taken in, and he's going to have a Lions first down as this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on 4th down.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
And now the timeout will be called, so they are in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to win the game. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And the Lions are going to move out in front. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, good night from Kansas City.